prisonnier?
Save the rebellion! Save the dream!
What is up, you guys? Claudio back again with another movie review, and this time we have Rogue One. Man, I just got back from the theater, and it's still... I'm still processing, I think. Where to start? Well, Rogue One, as I guess many of you, if not all of you, already know, is it's a side story to the Star Wars universe, and was directed by, what's this guy called? Gareth Edwards, I think. He did like Godzilla and some other stuff. I think he left like a really big impact in this movie because it was very different from any other Star Wars. I mean, this is not like a real Star Wars movie, even though it is kind of. It was different, you know. How the scales, everything was very... This is a war movie. Let's just start by saying that. It was very different from whatever other Star Wars movie I've seen in the past. It was pretty dirty. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at all the Star Wars movie, you have like the clean looking Empire with the white stormtroopers. Here it's like stormtroopers are all messed up, faded colors, dirty, and they've been through a lot. So it's that type of movie, you know. As I said, the scales are amazing, the scenery even more so. Really fucking cool stuff. But moving on, as we all know, the rebellion makes a move to steal the plans to the Death Star, and that basically is the setup for the next movie we all know as A New Hope. Well, it's originally called Star Wars, but many of you know it as A New Hope. So that's basically, this kind of happens just before that movie starts, kind of. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, so don't worry about that. I will make a totally different video, I think, with the spoilers. It's too much to talk about for me to just cram it in the end of this one. So I'm gonna stick with the spoiler-free review, and you'll have the spoiler review tomorrow or something like that. Anyway, first off, I have to say that I am... The whole first act of the movie was kind of a little bit slow, I thought. On the slow side. Getting to know characters, moving from one place to another, getting some backstory on Jyn Erso, played by, what's her name? Felicity Jones. She did a great job, by the way, I thought. She was really cool in this movie. But everything else was kind of a little bit all over the place. That was kind of disturbing. So the pacing was a bit off, was a bit slow, to be honest. But it gets ugly pretty fast in this movie. You kind of get... I was like, I wasn't expect. Something happened in the beginning of the movie involving one of the characters that kind of sets the tone for how the rest of the movie was kind of going to be. And it's dark, you know, in a way. There's some light as well. But there are also a lot of characters. And when you have a lot of characters, it's very difficult to introduce them in a way that they have like a deeper backstory, or they kind of end up lacking some layers, if you know what I mean. The stuff that make us care about the characters later on in the movie, if that makes any sense to you. I kind of got that feeling. And but anyway, I mean, the movie is a bit slow at first. It takes off, believe me, it does. This is not a bad movie. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat here. It's not a bad movie. Absolutely not. Quite the contrary, to be honest. But in the beginning, a lot of characters are introduced. As I said, a lot of things are going on. A lot of places are being visited. A lot of people have a lot of things to say. We have different stories intertwining. So it's a bit messy, to be quite honest. If we get to the characters, this one character called Cassin Andor is played by Diego Luna. He's like this rebel, and he has a robot called K2SO, I believe was his name. That robot was, I think, the funniest Star Wars character ever. He was so much fun to look at, and the lines that he delivered were fucking awesome. This robot is played by Alan Tudyk. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's I think he's like a comedian. He's an actor. He's done a lot, mostly like comedy roles, I guess, and he was phenomenal as this K2SO. He was funny as hell, and I enjoyed him a lot. He really did this movie a favor, because if you just stick to the dark, because it's a bit darker, this movie, then it becomes depressing, at the end. But no, he kind of lightened up the mood a little bit. I love that. The sky battles in this movie are something else. It's the CGI, everything. It's like, oh my, it's not real how good it looks. It's like it's happening in front of your eyes. It's amazing. We have some battles in the sky, as I said, sky battles, and we have some in space. I couldn't choose which ones I liked. But I think this is like the best battles I've seen a Star Wars movie ever, probably. So good, really, really cool. That's later for the movie. In the later parts of the movie, when it kind of already has taken off and it's like on the way. Donnie Yang's character, awesome character. Might be like Force sensitive type-ish character. Has a mantra that he says all the time. It's very interesting. He's blind as well. I think you've seen that on the trailer already. He has some awesome fighting scenes, some cool one-liners, and he was a very good supportive actor throughout the movie, I thought anyway. Orson Krennic plays the bad guy here. He's a perfect antagonist throughout the whole movie, and his drive was amazing, so that was kind of cool to see. He wanted to achieve, he wanted to give the higher ups notice me, he was really like that, and fierce antagonist, really cool. I really also like a pilot called Brody, played by Riz Ahmed, but he felt a little stiff at times, and his character was kind of like that because he's like a deserter basically from the Empire, sent by Galen Erso, Jyn Erso's father, to tell the rebellion or send them a message basically, So he's a bit out of place. He's not with the good guys, he's not with the bad guys. He hasn't really found his place, so he's a bit stiff, but I think that's the character. So it was pretty cool. Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera. I know that Saw Gerrera was supposed to be like in this animated Star Wars series. I haven't seen that, so I don't really know anything about Saw Gerrera, to be honest. The whole thing with him was kind of weird. He has like this breathing problem. I don't know. So he speaks really weird, and I don't know, man. I didn't get the character at all, to be quite honest. I just didn't. But if people have seen him in this animated series and like him there, probably they kind of get him better than I did, because I didn't get him at all. What else? Vader. Oh my God, Vader. I promise you guys that I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, you know that Vader is in this movie. You've seen that clearly in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. I'm not gonna say how much he is in the movie or how little, depending on how you want to look at it. But I can tell you that he gets off in one scene, a scene towards the end. I'm thinking about, and it's scary. I'm just saying, this is one scene where he's really cool. He does something really fucking awesome. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. This is really cool. Fucking awesome. Third act starts. This is a war movie. I'm talking like soldiers running, AT-ATs blasting them. People are being blown up left and right. It was a war movie for sure. Very interesting, to say the least. And what else is there to say about this movie without spoiling anything? The music, yeah. The music was okay. The score was cool, I thought, but it wasn't John Williams cool, if you know what I mean. It's a big difference between John Williams and Michael Giacchino. I think it's the name of the guy who did this score. Very similar at times, and of course he borrows from John Williams. So, but other than that, I don't know. I didn't really feel the music throughout the movie for some reason. And the thing is that I love the music in one of the trailers, when you had like the big orchestra playing, and you kind of get the melancholic feeling that it's kind of going to shit, but still they're rising with the violins and it sounds so fucking awesome. I kind of missed that in the movie, so that was kind of weird. What else can I tell you? The rebels, the Rebel Alliance. A few of them were kind of meh, not that interesting, to be honest, at all. Not the best decision makers, to be quite honest. But yeah, that's that. One more character in the crew is Baze Malbus. This character is played by Ven Yang, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and he's like the sidekick to Donnie Yen, basically, or the other way around, however you want to look at it. They come in a pair, basically. That's what's up, and they really care for each other, and they're kind of like one character at times. It's pretty cool. They play off from each other really good. So that's that. I don't want to give away too much. I want to give this time, and hopefully you get the chance to experience this movie yourself. I know we're early here in Sweden. We got it 2 days before you guys over at the States. I'm gonna post my my spoiler review either tomorrow or the day after that. I'm not sure. I really need to process the movie a little bit more, because maybe I had like the wrong expectations. Maybe I was expecting like a full-on Star Wars movie, while in my back of my mind I knew it wasn't. But it kind of is. It's super weird. You have to go and see this movie. Please do. If you have already, please comment. Try not to spoil it for everybody. If you have any questions or thoughts, just send me a message or whatever, so we don't fuck it up for everybody else. And yeah, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, and you can look forward to seeing the spoiler review within a few days. I just have to rest on this. I just got back from the theaters. I'm all like this. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. I'm like, fuck, But yeah, anyway, I can say this. I was very satisfied when I walked out from the theater. And it's not like I was... no, I was satisfied. I was. I thought it was good. Totally worth seeing. I recommend it. It's like... not 10 out of 10, but at least 7 or 8, around there, So, yeah. Guys, as I said, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.